When we think food processing and beverage processing, that also includes, our ranchers out there, our growers, and it goes all the way down to, who's making all of our food that you see in the grocery stores.
If we see tariffs next week, what kind of impact would that have on your members?
Huge. It's not just also what we're selling to the United States, but people also got to think about how that food gets onto their shelves. So some of our ingredients come from the United States. If we look at, Alberta beer, a lot of hops are coming from the United States. Our baking industry also gets ingredients from the United States and packaging. So it's how many tariffs we don't know that they will be able to have on their items. And then once we know how many tariffs, what is the price of that tariff and how much it will impact? It's kind of this moving target.
Does the agriculture sector feel a bit left out of the conversation right now?
We're well aware that we're the second child. We know that we're the second largest manufacturing industry in the province, but we're also $28 billion that come back to the GDP. It is a large sector and a sector that is growing exponentially. So as we continue to grow so fast, we do want some love and we do want some attention.
So what would you like to see from the Premier and the federal government then? Is there anything they can do to mitigate the impact?
From the federal government, maybe interestingly enough, is we also want to talk about interprovincial trade. There is an issue here,
Right.
an interprovincial trade. It's tricky for other commodity groups and for other foods that we have throughout our province. We don't want to be forgotten, but we also want people to be well aware of what we have to offer the province. So we need to be part of the conversation. There's working groups in other provinces. We don't have a food and beverage working group right now in Alberta.
What does a working group do exactly, and how would it benefit you?
It allows us to come to the table. So we don't want anything that's part of our world to get missed. For example, the Canadian government seems to move directly in what they want to do with plastics. A lot of our companies presently right now are getting their packaging from the United States. If they can allow certain changes to take a little bit longer or give us an opportunity to find a Canadian company that can answer our issues, that can alleviate those tariffs.